Hello, I'm BOODFM and welcome to episode 51 of my Denton Villa series. The black and yellow, the Denton Army, come on into the office. I was going to ask you, like I always do, to smash the like button, but I know you've already done it. I know you've done it before you've even watched the episode, haven't you? Hey, respect. Helps me, helps the channel, helps the series, helps the world. It could bring world peace. If every single one of you hit the like button, we'd achieve world peace. Right, big episode today. It is like the summer special. It's the one where we catch up on all the summer news and the transfers, and I can't lie, it's going to be, we've got a lot of transfers in the Premier League. I've had to make quite a few changes, so I'm going to try and do it as best I can. There's been a lot of changes here at the club. One bit of news I'm not looking forward to telling you, because if you're a hardcore Dentonian, a proper Villa fan, you're going to be upset by it. It's not even player related. It's annoyed me. This game has really annoyed me. Right, also, before we get into it, I have made an order for Denton Villa shirts. A couple of the guys, James and Brett Wood, the real Brett Wood, have bought themselves real shirts. To bump up the order, I've had to buy a shirt, so I bought 6. I bought a medium Denton Villa shirt, a large, 2 extra large, and 2 double XL for the first time ever. When all of them come in the post, I'm going to give all of them away in one go. I'm going to get 6 new Denton Army fans. So come on, so keep your eyes out for that. Another giveaway on the channel. Let's get into it. The first thing we're going to look at is the board's happiness, and the board are buzzing with me and my staff. It's been pretty cool because we've got the owner of IMBD, the movie database, so he's got loads of connections, and then we've got a rock and roll superstar in Mick Hucknall, who knows loads of people. So they took me out, didn't they? They partying with Sly Stallone, Jason Statham, Wesley Snipes, got me in an headlock. Thought he was dead funny, didn't he? So yeah, the board are happy. And again, I just wanted to remind you of the greatness that was Lee and his under-23 team last year. They did fantastic. I'm proper proud of him, and I think he's going to be in the same league again this year, so hopefully he can do a repeat. Because when I showed you all the transfers, I think he's got a good team this year, and another good young team, so it's going to be exciting. And we managed to get to talk to the man himself.
Thanks for talking to us, Lee, here outside Shirley Hill, where you won the under-23 final. You must be proud of your boys. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm proud of the boys. It's an amazing feeling. We've worked so hard all season. You just look at the league. We lost 2 games all season, 68 points, massive achievement. Getting to that semi-final, beating West Ham 2-0, unbelievable result for the boys. Again, getting to that final, 2-2. It just showed how hard we worked, and obviously we beat them on penalties. But massive achievement, and it's just the catalyst for this club. We're about youth, we're about bringing our own through and bringing them through the ranks, and we've done that each and every season on our journey to the Premier League. I don't normally single players out, but I want to for this point. Thomas, he's been amazing. 26 goals, 13 assists, absolute class. Yeah, proud of the boys.
Well, your stock and reputation has definitely risen after this victory. Are the rumours true about you leaving to become a first team manager elsewhere?
Well, I've been here for a long time, and been working with Bood a long time and all the boys, and I love it here. And at this moment, there's no thought of me moving on, going anywhere. We all have our dreams, but if Everton come knocking, I can't say no to the mighty Blues.
Now, I did say last year I was never looking at this again, but I just thought I'd show you our best ever 11, because it has been improved. Schmeichel's in it this year. Schmeichel, who we sold 2 years ago, has finally made it into the team. We've got Raven and Brett Wood as the wingers. I agree with that. Hughesy up top. I agree with that as well. Cyrus, Humphries and Dixon in the middle. JB, brilliant. Hansen, Mbop Hansen. I miss Mbop Hansen. Driver. I've got a story about Driver. The guy's changed his club forever. But yeah, there's the best 11. If it interests you, have a gander. Next up, it was the end of season awards. I do like this. There's Team of the Year. Waller was brilliant last year. On the left, obviously Harry Ramsden. On the right, with Hughesy up top. Ellison and Ergun and Humphries in the middle. And then you've got the back 4 there. You can see that for yourself. Humphries, I said this, didn't I? He was fantastic last year. And he's won a couple of awards actually this year. But the main one I think he's happy about is he was voted Fans Player of the Season. Hughesy came in second, followed by Ryan Waller. dark horse Ryan Waddle last year. Hughesy got goal of the season. We'll have a look at that in a second. And young player of the season was, of course, Humphries. We've got a young team, haven't we? Should we take a look at Hughesy's goal of the season? Next up, it was the commercial summary, and for the first time in the history of the whole freaking series with Denton Villa, we've got shirt sales! Yay! Why? Why have we got them now all of a sudden? I don't know why. Money was down though, but that's because of the FA Cup runs and so on. I'm guessing. Got to be on it. But yeah, Hughesy, #1 shirt seller. Raven, who didn't play as much last year, is still a fan favourite. Sold the second most shirts, followed by Ramsden. Kano is still getting on that list. This is what I meant by I hate this game. Say bye-bye to Shirley Hill. You'll notice behind me. Shirley Hill has gone. Right? Now, last year with Manchester Central, we built our own stadium eventually called the Sir Brett Dolan Stadium. When we came up to the Premier League, it wasn't big enough. It had to be updated. And we moved to the Bolton Stadium, the Macron. It's now called the University of Bolton Stadium. While they improved our stadium and we moved back into it. This isn't happening. We have left Shirley Hill. It still exists, but it's not ours. It's not getting updated. We're not going back. We are permanently here in freaking Bolton. Now don't get me wrong, it's a lovely stadium. I've been, it's great. It's 3 times as big as Shirley Hill, right? We're going to earn loads of money. We've got to pay 300 grand a year though to be in it, right? But that's it, Shirley Hill's gone. And all we can do is build our own stadium one day. That's the only option. I made Shirley Hill capable of expanding in case this series went on and we became huge. So why is the game took us out of it? Why is it not getting improved for us to move back into? That has really, really hurt my feelings because I love our little stadium. And the thing is now we've got to travel to Bolton from Denton, which on a good day takes half an hour. It's like 20 million miles away. I'm not happy with the board. This has really, really, really pissed me off. Well, on to something good, and obviously Humphries won Fans Player of the Year. He also won the Player of the Year in the Sky Bet Championship. He was brilliant, wasn't he? I think he was fantastic. The quiet guy in the middle. Do you know what I mean? Scored a good few goals as well. Brilliant, brilliant player. And another one of our brilliant, brilliant players is, of course, Hughesy, who got the Golden Boot. I said last year, didn't I? I reckon he's going to win this. I reckon he'd step up, and he did. And he took it. He's got his nice little trophy going into the Premier League. Although this year, he's finally going to have someone challenging him for that top spot. We may have lost our stadium. We may be playing football in freaking Bolton until we can build our own new stadium. But the board have invested 4.9 million into improving the training facilities. You've seen the training facilities before. Well, they're adding this whole complex onto it called the Denton Wellness Centre. It's for the whole community. Got swimming pools, bowling alleys, restaurants. It's going to be a fantastic facility that adds to the training ground. So we're definitely going to be looking like a Premier League team this year. So what I did is at the end of the year, before we lost anyone, loans or anything, this is the team that we had last season. I went through everyone. I looked at their reports and I looked at what kind of player they were, what level were they at according to my staff. And you'll see, at the end of last season, we won the league with only 2 Premier League players, Alisson, the centre-half, and Ramsden. Not Hughesy, not Humphries. We've got a lot of Championship players. We've got a League 2 player, but he's going out the door anyway, he's on loan. Kieran Willett, the backup left-back, he's a League 2 player. Both my right-backs are League 1. Even though, right, I think they're both equally as good as each other. Tim Driver's worth 4.8 million. Now remember that. 4.8 million, remember. Joe Page is only worth just $250,000. And I don't think either of them are League 1. That surprised me. So obviously, going into this transfer window in the summer, it was a big thing. Before I show you how much fun I had, the fixtures we released. And we're getting a good start, I think. First 3 games, we could get some out of. We can get a good start like that, I'll be happy. We've got Portsmouth first, Leeds United, boo, and then Southampton. After that, we've got Spurs and then Chelsea. That's when the reality will hit us. But do you know what? I feel quite lucky with that. I also feel quite lucky Because we're rich. We're rich, aren't we? Rich beyond our wildest dreams. 95 million. My plan is, and you'll see it, I'll talk more about my plan afterwards, is to try and save as much money up as we can this year, stay in the Premier League, and build my own stadium. I don't want to be in Bolton. While you're in Bolton, you might as well go down to the stadium and pick up your season ticket. Go on, Denton Army, get supporting us. We're going to sell record season tickets this year, aren't we? We're going to. We've already sold 9,000, which is nearly the full capacity of the freaking Shirley Hill. So it's mega bucks for us this year, and hopefully with more away fans coming, more Denton fans coming, because we're in the Premier League, you know, and with the Premier League money, we should be piling them notes up all year long. We're going to need to pile as many notes up as we can. Because if we look at ticket revenue here, I think this might be taken from last year, which is a bit unfair because it's the start of the season. We haven't played Premier League yet, but we're right down there with Huddersfield. 5 million we took in ticket revenue compared to the 100 million Manchester United took. We are worlds away from United. This year, if we can get anything points-wise off of United and Arsenal, Liverpool, a City, Spurs, a Chelsea, then that's going to be like winning the FA Cup for me. I'm going to need all the luck we can get. Here's the odds. It says City are the favourites, but on there, they're third. It's got Liverpool as favourites and United second. Don't know what that means, but we are right at the very bottom. They reckon we're going down. Everyone reckons we're going down. But you know what? When we're the underdog, Denton Army, the black and yellow, we kick ass, we take names. We've been beating Premier League teams in cup games for years. I think we can get enough points to stay in this league. And I'm going to try and take you on a story, basically, through the squad, ins and outs, and why I've done what I've done. We're going to start here with our first team goalkeeper for the last 2 years. We've had him on loan for 2 seasons from Juventus. We could have took him on loan again because he's Juventus's third keeper. He's in there under 23s. He's only worth 1.3 million. I didn't want to put a loan in. I want my own keeper, right? Even though I like him a lot. I do like him. Guess how much they wanted for him? 23 million. Next, we're on to our backup keeper for the last few years, and it is Billy Thompson. We got him from Wimbledon. He's played quite a few games for us. He's done me a good few shifts, right? But I've got a young keeper, a regen competition winner who has excelled and I think has become better than him. So Billy, at 22, is going to become the under-23s keeper next season. And I've promoted young Rob Evans to the first team. He's number 13 now, and he's going to be our backup. And look how good he's got. He's been out on loan the last couple of years at Oxford and Preston, and he's been playing football, and it shows. I think Rob has a great chance of becoming not only a backup, but a first teamer this year. So we needed a keeper, and it was a tough one. I really struggled. I went for about 8, didn't get any of them, and then I came across this chap, Lassie Gilmore, we're going to call him. Norwegian, 22 years old, 6'2", and pretty good. Good at rushing out, good reflexes, great handling. The best keeper we've ever had. It cost me 3.9 million. He's now worth 4.5. I got him from Wolves because he's Wolves' backup. He was Wolves' backup keeper. That's the best I could do. They've got Dean Henderson, you know, the United keeper. He's pretty good. Over to right back, and of course got Joe Page. He's staying. He's a region competition winner, and I like Joe. I think he's the same as Driver, not far off. I don't know why his value was so low, but coming to the Premier League, his value has doubled. The reason I said remember Timmy Driver is because we've sold him. 4.8 million. I mean, don't get, it probably is a bit better physically than Joe Page. Because Crystal Palace came in with 9 million and I said no, and then I regretted it instantly. I thought, why have I just turned that down? And then came back with more. I think we sold him for about 10.5 million. So fair enough. I don't know why, but they wanted him. They can have him. One of 2 brothers we've bought. We've bought the Filipovic brothers. Now, I'm going to tell you this, right? Depends how you see this, right? Now, on my Journeyman series, I found out if you turn on Croatia and Serbia, they generate some absolutely brilliant players, right? Good young players with good prospects, and they're cheap, like dirt cheap. And I've bought Damir Filipovic. He's going to be battling it out with Joe Page for the number 1 spot. Do you know how much he was worth? Have a guess. 87 grand. He cost me about 300 grand. He's now worth 875 grand. He's got loads of potential. And he's one of 4 Croatians I've bought. Over to the left, and of course, it's JB. We all know JB. I wish he'd be better than he is. He's worth 3 million now. He's got a little bit more room for improvement. But there's a good chance JB is now going to be our backup because we have brought this chap who hasn't got a face. I'm going to find him a face. I'm going to get a regen face for him. Don't know why I ain't got a face. Josco Gav, I can't see his name yet. I'll think of a nickname as well. He cost me about 800 grand. He's now worth 3.3. Absolute bargain. Got room for improvement. And I think, you know, I had to do this. I didn't have a lot of money to spend. I'll talk about it later, but I had to open up league like Croatia and Serbia because I needed cheap good players. And out the door is Kieran Willett. Gone off to Burnley. Sold him for about 200 grand. He's worth a bit more than that now. So yeah, good luck to him. He was a good player. I liked him. I didn't mind him at all. I thought he was going to become better than he did. He didn't, so bye-bye. On to my centre-halves, and of course this is Adam G. He's flirted with being a midfielder and a defender, but I think he's settled in a role as a defender. Now, he's got some good attributes, and he puts in a shift. He always has put in a shift. He's a Denton lad through and through. He's forced his way into the team out of nowhere. I didn't expect him to be what he has been. And at the minute, he's a great squad player. How long's his career got left at Denton? I don't know. But he's going to be my fourth choice this year. And next to him is Ali Allison. Love this kid. He was one of my Premier League players. So, you know, he's obviously a good player. And he's obviously going to get better. I really wish we had Mikey B to partner with him still, because I think they could have grown together. And Mikey B, remember, we had to sell him for 11 million last year, minimum fee release clause. He went to Fulham. So I thought, ooh, do you reckon we can get him back? No, ain't happening, because he's moved to Everton this summer. 1 year in the Premier League with Fulham was enough for Everton to spend an absolute fortune on him. A fortune on him. He's now worth 30 million. Do you remember last year, the other two centre-halves were on loan? The first one was Ernest, and he was the best by far. He didn't make team of the year, but he had the best highest average rating, and I liked his attributes more than any of the others. He is the only loan player from last year that's returning. Some of them didn't want to come. Some of them I didn't want, but I wanted him. But it's this guy. This is the one I am super, super excited about. Roman, we're calling him. He's a wonder kid, but he's not us. We have got him on loan from Paris. He was in Paris's youth team. Look how good he is. He can't get in a Paris team, obviously. But he's still freaking amazing. Another trick of the trade. We'll load up Croatia and Serbia. And always check Paris's youth team. So you remember last year, in the middle of the park, we had Ergun and Guy, the loan players. Well, they haven't returned. I nearly brought Guy back, but we've not done that. So we're going to start here with our number one player. Oliver Humphries, who's now worth 11.5 million. Again, he's signed a new deal. Got them all on new deals. Another player staying is Anthony Cyrus, the Trinbagionian, who is a good squad player. He is a good squad player, and probably his last year here. Also still here at the club and also deserving a chance in the Premier League is Stephen Ellison, 21 years old. Now worth 10 million. These values are rising, aren't they? Next up is, of course, Paul Dixon. I like Paul Dixon. I'm hoping he's going to play a bit more this year, and the higher level will give him that kick up the arse. Next up is my third Croatian. Bargain. Cost me just over £1 million. He's now worth 6. Instant profit. He's already a 4-star player, 23 years old, and he looks pretty tidy, doesn't he? I like the look of him a lot. Seriously. I mean, going to Croatia, it's like shopping at freaking Aldi and Lidl, innit? Instead of going to Waitrose and Sainsbury's. Christian Schäber. 22-year-old Danish chap, and played for his country 7 times. We've bought him from Copenhagen. He was worth 2 million. I've paid his £9.5 million minimum release fee, but he's worth 12 now, so happy days. He's costing me a lot of money a week because Barcelona wanted him as well, so I was scared. So I've offered him more than I should have. We're going to start on the left wing now, and it's a worry for me here. I'll be honest with you, we're going to have 3 left wingers battling it out this season, so, you know, survival of the fittest. And we're going to start here with the club favourite, the Welsh wizard himself, Raven. Took a bit of a back seat last year, weirdly, because Waller was just outstanding. A player who had a bit of Premier League experience, a tidge a little bit with Southampton, then obviously went to Gillingham, then we brought him back. He's now worth 9.5, and he's rapid. He's a great crosser, and his technique's pretty good. And he's got a little room for improvement. He's more likely to play than Raven. But I don't know what it was. I just felt a bit worried about it. I did, and I nearly got this guy. Paul Little, who was on loan in the summer. They've took him off loan now. But he was on loan, and they accepted it. I only had to pay him 10 grand a week or something silly. Even though he's on 150. It was something really low. I was buzzing thinking, he's going to come in here. Look how good he is. Oh my God. And he turned us down. Obviously, we've got a good relationship with Juventus. We've had their keeper for 2 years. And they've let us have Luis P. Dade, 23-year-old Portuguese lad who has got a lot of potential, a lot of ability. Now, I really was hoping to bring Brett Wood home, and they just won't have it. And he's not even valued. He's hardly even played for him. They really altered his career. It would have been playing for me. We'd have never got Ramsden probably, who's an amazing player, but I did try, Brett. I tried to get you back. It's not happening yet. But of course, we've got Ramsden, one of my Premier League level players last year. This year, I'm expecting big things. The thing is with Alan Ramsden, I know I call him Harry Ramsden, that's because of the fish and chip place. If you're English, you'll know what I mean. The thing is with Alan, is someone put a bid in for him at the start of summer. I turned it down. He said he wanted an improved contract. So he got his improved contract with 150 million release fee. So he's not going anywhere. If he does go anywhere, we'll be very, very rich. And his backup and potential successor and someone I reckon could push him for his first team place if he keeps crying is the other brother, the other Filipovic, the last Croatian, the fourth Croatian, who's a midfield right, and I'm training him now to be more attacking. But how good is he? Eh? Again, cost me about £1 million. Bargain basement, eh? Bargain basement, Croatia. Let's go up top. 3 strikers this year. Like I said, I want depth. So Kano is no longer a backup right winger, although he might cover there. He's going to be a backups, whatever he can be, really. On to Hughesy, club hero. In 207 league games, he scored 138 goals. He's been here every level with us ever since we lost our 2-star strikers early on in the series. Remember, Stevens and Dixon. Hughesy stepped in. We switched to one up top, and it's been about the Irishman all day long. And he's a good player. He can still improve. He's got goals in him. Has he got 20 goals in him this year? Maybe not. It's Premier League. Is he going to be my number 1 striker this year? Maybe not. When I said I didn't get Brett Wood back, I was devastated. But you know what? I've managed to bring someone home. We signed Josh Stevens, the original freaking superstar striker of the series. He had 2 years with us. He was amazing. Absolutely amazing. We had to sell him on for big profit, which is amazing. Fair enough. He played for Millwall. He's been at Burnley all that time as well. Finally got in the Burnley team last year, and even though Burnley got relegated, he scored 17 goals. And we've got him for about £6.5 million. And look how much he's worth. Buzzing, absolutely buzzing. So that is it. There's the squad. Here we are with the team report. If you have a look here, maybe my fullbacks could be a bit better. But I think in midfield we look okay. Defensively, we're not looking bad. Attacking, that front 3 could be really, really good. And I've done this managing to spend just over 20 million, and I've brought in about 12. And most of that was with one player, and all the other players I've sold was like 100 grand and 200 grand. So financially we're all right, and if we can stay like this, big bro, if we stay in the Premier League, it'll be amazing. Because I reckon we're going to have a lot of money if we do. Now right now we've got 8 million in the bank. Obviously we're building new training facilities. We've got 2 to spend, but I'm not spending anything now. I think I've settled in my team. So I've got some good kids as well, don't forget. I have got some really good young players. Good defender, midfielder, a few. Nathan Havenhands turned into a really good striker. The under-23s are going to be good, right? So I'm just all about staying in the league. And by the end of the year, all that extra revenue starts piling up and piling up. Hopefully, we can just kick on. And hopefully we can get a new stadium. Now we're on the scouting page. How good's this lad, by the way? He's alright. He's only worth £3.5 million. I don't know how much it cost us to get him. I'll look into that later. But I'm here just to let you know I'm going to be scouting a lot this year. But I'm going to put something in the hands of my head of youth. I'm going to put him in charge of bringing players in. Like, as in signing him himself. If I don't like him, I'll cancel the deal. But I'm going to see if he can find me any gems this year. Whilst I'm taking over scouting, like I did last year. I'm going to send Brian Kane out, my chief scout, and his team. And I'm scouting all of Croatia. I've got Serbia. I've shut off all the very lower leagues in England, and I've opened up Europe. So there's a whole world of players out there. A lot of them don't want to come to us because even though we're in the Premier League, they say we're not big enough. But we're in the Premier League now. I want to stay here, and it's time to get our knowledge together and build for the future, and I'm super excited. So there we go. That is the end of episode 51. Hopefully you enjoyed it enough to smash the like button. And if you're brand new, feel free to subscribe. Go and check out all the other content. Denton Army, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Get involved. Do you think we're good enough? Or do you think we're doomed? I don't think we're that bad if we do go down, but I don't want to go down. I hate losing. Let's just try our best. I'm excited to see how some of the players work. The Croatians, they've all bought a house together. None of them are married. Got to keep my eye on him because they all love a drink. Do you know what I mean? 4 Croatians in a house. Party central, innit? Anyway, I'm excited, dog. I'm excited. Can't wait to play. Hopefully I can get a few of these episodes out over the next coming weeks and get stuck right into the Premier League. When I come back for episode 52, I'm going to play a couple of months, maybe get into October, 10 games or so on, and we'll see how the land is lying. But thank you as always for taking time out of your busy day to watch this. You're a legend. I love you. I've been Bood. I'll see you next time.